Today we are going to be doing a Trader Joe's haul, specifically a Valentine's Day Trader Joe's haul. I will start with the items that need to go in the freezer and the fridge first, to kind of show you the cool things that Trader Joe's has right now. Today is Saturday, so it is one day before Super Bowl. So there is a lot of things that we would normally not purchase that we decided to purchase today so that we can cook up for tomorrow. Let's start with the frozen items. So one of the things that we again normally would not get is these tater tots. I assume that they're really good. We will not be frying them or putting them in an air fryer. We'll be putting that in the oven along with some mozzarella sticks. Another thing that we have for the freezer is this. This is something that we do purchase regularly. So this is a sockeye wild Alaskan salmon. This is probably one of the best salmons that you can purchase at somewhere like Costco, Trader Joe's, and it's actually pretty inexpensive. I think it's $7.43, and potentially 3 people can eat from this here. The next thing is eggs. These are not the eggs that we normally purchase. We like to go with the Vital Farm eggs, which are pasture raised and they are organic. So ideally you do want to get organic pasture raised, but for now we are going to stick with this, or you can just go with regular organic. The next thing that we purchased, which I'm really excited about, is this heart-shaped macarons or macaroons. I'm not sure how they're pronounced, but normally the regular macarons from Trader Joe's are really good. So I don't expect for these to be any different. I expect these to be very delicious. These are $4.99. They're frozen. I believe that you leave them out for about an hour and they're like good to go. So I will use them. I'm gonna have a little picnic with one of my very good and close friends, so I will be using that. I work at an office, so I will probably be giving a couple of these out to some of the girls in the office as well, obviously thawed out. The next thing we got from the freezer aisle is this organic brown rice. It is very important when you purchase rice to buy organic, because they're really sprayed with a lot of chemicals, and so that's very important. And this is very inexpensive, something like $3 for 3 bags. So this is not what we eat all the time when we are eating rice. I just actually make my own organic brown rice or organic white rice. But this is good to have in hand if you already have a pre-cooked meal and you need to feed, especially feeding babies. I have 2 toddlers, so having to feed them on a pinch for lunch or dinner, this is a good thing to have on hand. The next freezer item that I always try to get at Trader Joe's because it's so inexpensive. So this is a staple that we have. So the organic brown rice, and this here is something that we always do get at Trader Joe's, and this is just organic corn. We usually add corn, or my husband usually adds corn to our rice. The next freezer item is going to be these organic chicken wings. I don't believe that I've ever purchased these before. These are just plain organic frozen chicken wings. Tomorrow we can season them with some barbecue sauce. I'm not sure what my husband will be doing with these, but probably some buffalo or barbecue sauce and put them in the oven. So these should be delicious. To continue with the cold items, probably the cheapest organic 100% grass-fed milk that I've seen. I normally get a different one from Whole Foods, and that is about $5.99 for half a gallon. This one's $4.99. So it doesn't say anywhere on the carton that it's 100% grass fed, but according to Bobby from Flav City, this is 100% grass fed. So because I was already at Trader Joe's and I didn't want to go to another store just to grab milk for my 18-month-old who has a bottle in the mornings and in the evenings, I just decided to grab half a gallon there. And then we also grabbed, if you can see here in the back, 1 gallon of just organic fat-free milk. We only buy it around the winter time because I like to make hot chocolate. Normally I will make chocolate Ibarra, or it will be chocolate abuelita, but I started to make my own recipe just from regular organic cacao powder, which is much healthier but actually doesn't sacrifice in taste. It tastes very similar to the real deal, I guess. So that's that. I also grabbed, normally we get our organic air chilled chicken from Costco because it is cheaper. But because I was already at Trader Joe's again and we're running low on our chicken from Costco, I grabbed my husband some chicken legs. He loves to eat If he eats chicken, he prefers it that it has some bone-in chicken. And for my husband as well, I grabbed some seasoned carne asada. Another thing here is fresh organic strawberries. My children, specifically my son Lucas, he's 3 years old. He eats a lot of fresh fruit. Sophia, my 18-month-old, I think because of the texture, she's a little pickier. So he does like to have a lot of fresh fruit. So we do have that on hand all the time. And we are not running that low. So we only grab this small package. Every single time we go to Trader Joe's, we purchase multiple of these. We have a couple already in the refrigerator, but I thought I grabbed another one. Is this authentic Greek feta cheese. It is absolutely delicious. It is made from sheep's milk. And we have this on everything. My husband will have this just sliced feta cheese with slices of cucumber. The kids have it. The kids love it in their beans. If I make just a regular fresh pinto beans, they love this in their pinto beans. If I make lentil soup for them, they will have this in their lentil soup. Avocado toast. We are big on avocado toast. We are big on our avocados here in this household. So every time my kids will have avocado toast at least 3 times a week for lunch. The other refrigerator item that I grabbed, particularly because of Valentine's Day season, is this sharp cheddar. I got it for a cheese board that I will probably have for my husband and I for Valentine's Day. Another thing that I grabbed is this Parmesan Romano Asiago cheese. It's a blend, and the reason why is because I'm trying to stay away from the regular shelf-stable Parmesan cheese because I haven't done enough research about it, so I won't talk about it. But all I know is that it's supposed to not be very good or very good quality. Or not even real Parmesan cheese is what I hear. Again, I haven't done research on it, so I won't discuss it any further. So I thought this might be a little bit slightly of an upgrade or a better option. So I grabbed that just because I am planning on either making pizza or pasta this week for lunch. And the last thing I grabbed from the refrigerator section is this salami, and this is not something that we will buy often, and if we ever do, it is at Trader Joe's because it's very inexpensive. I personally don't eat any red meat or pork, but my husband does, and this is again for that cheese board or charcuterie board that I will be making for Valentine's Day. Broccoli florets, no need to get this organic. You will find that I do try to get certain items organic. The Dirty Dozen and the Clean 15. This is part of the Clean 15. They do vary per season and annually. They do tend to change, but for the most part they stay pretty consistent. So broccoli is one of the Clean 15. It is not easy for the chemicals to penetrate, all the Roundup and things like that as they're being sprayed before the crop is picked. So this is not something that you have to spend the extra money to buy organic. The next thing here is going to be carrots, organic carrots. With carrots, honestly, I always just get organic because this bag here is only 79 cents at Trader Joe's. So definitely worth it to just buy organic. I don't even think you can buy non-organic carrots at Trader Joe's, but I do not care because this is a 1 pound of carrots for 79 cents. You can't go wrong with that. The next thing that I got for my 3-year-old is pears. He goes through stages where he will only eat apples and not pears. But right now he'll have like half of an apple and half of a pear, but it has to be like both combined. Toddlers can be a little interesting. And this does need to be organic. For certain, I know apples need to be organic, which we usually buy those at Costco. So we still have some from our last trip to Costco, which was about a week ago or so. But I wanted to pick up some pears for him. Another thing here from the produce section is avocados. We always have avocados on hand in this household. Like I mentioned before, we are very big avocado fans, and anyone who knows me knows that. We picked up 2 onions. We tend to use about 2 onions, 2 purple onions per week, as well as 2 yellow onions. Those do not need to be organic. It is my understanding. I'm not too sure, but I don't believe that they need to be organic. I'm almost certain because of the layers. The layers do protect the onion from all of the spraying that goes on and all of the chemicals. Another thing that we grabbed is cucumber for our salad. Not that we eat a ton of salads, but we try to eat several. several per week. We also grab tomatoes. Tomatoes, it is extremely important that you grab organic because of the skin. The skin is very, very thin. Another thing that I grabbed here is 5 bags of lemons. Lemons are very expensive, apparently. I don't know why. Whenever I do go to Trader Joe's, before the pandemic, this was a weekly thing. So that was more of like our normal routine. But because of the pandemic, I normally have to order from Amazon. So when I go to Trader Joe's, I try to get my lemons from there. I got 5 of these bags, and I usually have a cup of water with 1 lemon in the morning, and I will put some lemon juice in the kids' water every morning as well. Bananas are another very big thing in this household. My toddlers have a banana every morning, and then I like to also have these just like in excess and let them get really ripe and then freeze them, because I like to also make like a healthier version of just a simple banana ice cream with just a couple of ingredients, and it's really, really clean and healthy, especially for children. It is so important to limit the sugar, and especially the fake sugar in all of the processed foods. I am not the healthiest. I don't always eat very healthy, but at least when we are eating at home, I try to keep at least the things that I know we have like daily access to. I try for those to be as clean as I can possibly afford. I know it's not possible for everyone, and it's not always possible for me, but when it's just really simple things that I can change that are not going to cost me a ton of money, I will make those changes. So that's why I make the strawberry homemade ice cream, which is really easy to make, and the banana ice cream. So if anybody's interested in seeing that video, I can also create that. The organic sweet potatoes, this is something that we always have on hand. So this is another staple of this household, and unfortunately sweet potatoes and potatoes must, because they grow in the ground, they must be organic. It is extremely important. I also picked up this jelly beans, again just because we are going to have that little Valentine's Day picnic with my very good friend, and then also with my husband later in the evening. So I picked these up, probably put them in the cheese board, somewhere on the cheese board, just so that they can make it look pretty. Another Valentine's Day item, so I have two other things here, is these mint flavored dog treats. They're super cute. They're heart shaped, and I believe that they're like pink, and I picked these up specifically. Unfortunately, we don't have any dogs anymore. That's another story for another day. If anybody wants to know that story, let me know down below. But this is for my friend's dogs. She has 2 adorable dogs, one which looks just like this, Kika and Frida. So I got them that. And then there is this sparkling berry lemonade. We do not drink juice in this house, but this is Valentine's Day that we're talking about. So I know my husband loves strawberries and lemonade. So I got the sparkling berry lemonade. I just thought it would look pretty in a cup. So I got that for us for Valentine's Day night. And another non-Valentine's Day item, but also kind of like a treat, is this sunflower seed butter cups. This is definitely not the healthiest, but it is healthier than your regular butter cups. I don't even know what they're called, to be honest with you, because I don't care for them. But my 3-year-old, the happiness of his life, I mean, you will make his day if you take him to Trader Joe's and you let him pick a chocolate. And he will normally go, probably because of the yellow packaging, he will normally go for this one, and he eats it with just such a joy for him. So I picked this up for him. You can also freeze them. They make very delicious, healthy-ish snacks. The other thing that I picked up that is not like food related is this face mask. I've never tried it before, but I'm assuming they have it because of Valentine's Day and because spring is coming. So I will try this out, and if anybody wants to see a review on this, let me know and I will be happy to. Another thing that I picked up, and this is just something that I'm going to give a try. Also, let me know if you need a review on this, but this is kind of newish, I want to say. This is called the Aromatherapy Essential Oil Roller Blends. There's supposed to be 4 oil rollers here. One is the Bliss. The other is called Relax, Awake, and Sleep. We'll give it a try. This is $9.99. It comes with 4 oils, and I think it's worth the try, see if I have a better night's sleep, if it helps me relax a little. Really excited to try this. Again, you would normally just roll it here, somewhere where you can smell it, maybe behind your neck, behind your ear. This is also very new, and this is a hot crispy in olive oil habanero peppers. This right here, I assume that my husband will love. It is pretty much dried habanero peppers, it seems like, in olive oil. And I think the ingredients are pretty clean. So it's olive oil, habanero pepper, salt, garlic, lemon pepper, and that's all. So as far as ingredients, it's very clean. So no chemicals or anything like that you need to worry about. In olive oil is a good oil for you. So this is something that we can probably add to like a tuna sandwich or just any turkey sandwich. I also grab, which is something that I always have with me, is this hand sanitizer spray bottles. These are $1.99. They smell really good. If you want to spray it, especially on toddler little hands, for them I usually use like some sanitizing wipes that I buy, lavender sanitizing wipes that I buy from Whole Foods, and they're also $1.99 for about 10 sheets. So that's what I like to use for them, just because they're toddlers and they're like playing on the dirt and things like that. So I usually use those, but this is also a very good thing to use just for anyone, really. I highly recommend this. If you are at Trader Joe's, pick it up. It's very cheap. It's not I really highly doubt that it's going to be one of those sanitizers that comes out in the news saying that if you like digest this, you're going to die or something like that, because I think we've had that, right? The other item here is garlic powder. As the other thing here, non-food item, is this laundry detergent. I normally get the one without lavender. Apparently they don't carry it in the large bottles, so I had to get the scented one, which is lavender. It didn't smell too strong. I usually like to wash our clothes in detergent that is non-scented. Now with the pandemic, I only shop at Costco or Whole Foods for the most part, so I was getting it from Costco, and it is the brand is again Eco. I also got some sparkling water. Trader Joe's does have my favorite sparkling water just because it's kind of strong and it actually does the job, and it's only 50 cents. So this is normally where I get my sparkling water. Otherwise I have to settle for like, I don't know, like the 365 brand, which is a Whole Foods brand. Another thing here is the organic oatmeal. Again, unfortunately, you do have to buy organic oatmeal if you're trying to stay away from all these harmful chemicals. This in particular, I don't recommend you buying it unless you're traveling or you want to have in case of emergency. These little packets are $1.69, and the only reason why I grabbed two is because, in the event that I'm running really late to work, I can just grab this, put it in my bag. I'll have it at work. If I don't have any other breakfast options, just add hot water, and then you have some healthy-ish breakfast. I just realized this is the one with the maple brown sugar. This is not good. I actually will probably return this because I normally get this organic oatmeal packet, but the plain one. This one has organic cane sugar and organic natural flavors, which that's a chemical. It's not, there's nothing natural about it. And organic maple sugar and organic brown sugar. So pretty much there's a ton of sugar in here. A total of 8 grams per serving, and then it's 7 grams of added sugar. So yeah, no, this is probably not good. If I ever add sugar to my oatmeal, it's really a splash of maple syrup, and it's really, I really mean like a tiny splash. I usually like to sweeten it with fruit, just natural fruit. So I will be returning these. Another thing that I grabbed, this is not anything that I'm proud of, but my husband loves his pizza wings with ranch, and that's okay. We hardly ever eat those things, but this is like a healthier version of your regular ranch. So I want to say it tastes pretty good. My husband likes it, but it's not very healthy. I don't recommend it. I'm sure there's a better option out there for a better organic ranch. This one has soybean oil, so it's actually not great for you, but I know that this will probably expire before we can ever finish it, so I'm not too worried about it. If you're a big ranch eater, this is not the one I recommend. I recommend getting the one from Chosen Foods or Primal Kitchen, and those brands you can get at Whole Foods, and they are pretty pricey, but if you have a Costco membership, you can also get it at Costco, and it's a much better deal. Normally I like to buy my popcorn kernels, and I will just pop my own popcorn. But sometimes I feel lazy, especially when I have this. It's normally after the kids have gone to bed and I don't feel like doing anything after that because I'm already exhausted. So this is a good alternative because it is already made and it has 3 ingredients. It's organic popcorn, which you want corn to be organic, otherwise it's for the most part GMO, although Trader Joe's says that they don't use any GMO corn, which is great, but hey, you just never know. So it's important for corn to be organic. So organic popcorn, organic extra virgin olive oil, and sea salt. So this is pretty clean. And we also grabbed here some grainless cassava coconut tortilla chips. And the only reason why I'm grabbing these is for 2 reasons. A, I really love the Siete brand chips. It's a Mexican family who created these. It's a really nice story. I can tell you about it later if you're interested, but I'm not going to go into details with that. The point is that this is like copycat of those Siete chips, which are very expensive. This bag I think was like $2.99 and has super clean ingredients. If you suffer from high cholesterol and just diabetes and other things like that, this is probably the chip that if you want tortilla chips or really want to eat those, this is probably the one you want to go with. And for oil, it has avocado oil, so it doesn't get any cleaner than this for tortilla chips at Trader Joe's. So, and it's very inexpensive. Almost last, nacho cheese tortilla chips. So these here, I don't know why I had a hard time reading that, but these are my husband's favorite, and also my 3-year-old eats them. We try to eat them when he is not around because we don't want him eating this because it is not the healthiest, but it's definitely much better than Doritos. So this is supposed to be a Doritos knockoff, but much healthier option. It is not the healthiest, but it's much better than Doritos, and it tastes just like Doritos. So, you know, if you're looking for a healthier option, this is it. My husband and I love to drink tea at night. I like to make the tea fresh. So I usually have fresh organic turmeric, fresh organic ginger. But in this case, I, always like to have these on hand in case that we don't have any fresh ginger or that I'm just lazy and run out of fresh tea. I will just, pop a bag in a cup of hot water. That's it for the Trader Joe's haul. This video is really long. I'm going to try my best to cut it as short as possible. But tell me if this video is too long or if you're interested in watching anything else that I mentioned or any specific videos about anything that I mentioned. Let me know down below. For whoever watches this, I hope that you guys liked it and found it somewhat helpful. If anyone wants any very specific videos or recipes for that healthier hot chocolate, let me know.